Hello guys, good evening all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Right, subheading behavior of real gases. Behavior of real gases. Deviation from ideal behavior.
Huh?
Yes?
What is the difference between ideal and real gases?
Yeah, I will tell you now. See, we know ideal gases, the gases which obeys ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT under the all temperatures or pressures are called ideal gas equation. So gases which obeys ideal gas equation under the entire range of temperature and pressure are called ideal gases. And real gases means gases which obeys ideal gas equation but at high temperature and low pressure
Sir,
are called
what is ideal gas?
just a minute.
Can you repeat again?
Gases which obeys PV is equal to nRT. Gases which obeys PV is equal to nRT under the conditions of entire range of temperature and pressure. You take at any temperature or any pressure, but that gas should follow PV is equal to nRT. That's we are calling ideal gas.
So, can you repeat what you told?
Gases which obey PV is equal to nRT under under the conditions of entire range of temperature and pressure are called ideal gases. Now, real gases are, that is also, but one thing, this ideal gas is just, it is a theoretical concept. Okay, it's a one hypothetical concept. It's a real existence is not possible. Now, real gases is, those also follows PV is equal to nRT, but at high temperature and low pressure. So gases which obeys PV is equal to nRT only at high temperature and low pressure are called real gases. But here definition is what? Gases which have to follow PV is equal to nRT, but the entire range of temperature and pressure, we have to take at any temperature and any pressure, gas should follow PV is equal to nRT, but it's not possible. That is just a theoretical concept. But this is the real existence. PV is equal to nRT, some gases follows, that is all gases follows at high temperature and low pressure are calling real gases. Okay, now we'll see why the gases do not follow normal ideal gas equation at entire range of temperature and pressure. You already know PV versus P graph. How it will come? Line. This is taking according to Boyle's law. How is the graph between P versus PV? Just straight line, which is parallel to the x-axis. This is ideal gas. If the gas is ideal,
Sir, for real gas, it will vary, no?
it
Value.
varies. That's what I will explain now. Why how real gases are varies and why it variation will comes. This is ideal gas. If ideal gas, it have to give parallel to the x-axis. But if we take real gases, suppose helium, this is giving like this. Hydrogen is like this is. 1 minute. This is helium.
How should we draw this?
Later, I will give you notes. This is the hydrogen. And few other gases also I will write. Methane gas is, this is methane gas, CH4. And carbon monoxide is this one. This is carbon monoxide. See, is there no variations? Suppose the gas is ideal gas, it always should give this line only at any temperature and pressure. You take at low pressure or high pressure, it is giving a straight line only, no difference. But see, for hydrogen and helium, with increase of pressure, this line is moving up. So if the higher the gap between the ideal gas line and other gases, if the gap is more, the deviation also more from the ideal behavior. Okay, one more line we can see. Graph P versus V graph. PV graph. This is a normal PV line. So this is for ideal behavior. And suppose the gas is a real gas, line comes like this. Okay. So one point I told about real gases. Gases which follows PV is equal to nRT at low pressure and high temperature. So once observe these two lines. At high pressure, gases do not follow ideal behavior. There is a much gap between the ideal gas equation and real gas equation. Here you can observe the deviation. Here, larger the deviation between ideal behavior and real gases behavior from ideal behavior. But here, observe this. At low pressure, this is a high pressure. This zone indicates low pressure. At low pressure, the two lines are very close to each other. I think graph is not clear. Visible two lines.
Yes, sir, they are visible.
Okay, now yeah. So at high pressure, there is a much deviation between ideal behavior and real behavior. But here, at low pressure, real gases almost behaves like an ideal gas. Now, I'm not telling 100%, it is somewhat closer. At low pressure, real gases behavior is closer to the ideal behavior. And even in this graph also we can understand, but here at very closer at this pressure, I think it is just 1 to 10 atmospheric pressure only. In this range, normal real gases also behaves like ideal gas. If pressure is increasing, see how much deviation it is showing. So much gap between this line and this line. And further increase of pressure, see how much deviation. Gap you have to observe this. The ideal behavior, here real behavior. So if the gap is more between ideal gas and the real gas lines in PV versus P graph, higher the deviation. Okay. Now the extent of deviation we can study easily with the help of compressible factor. Yes, tell me.
So does that mean that even carbon monoxide and methane, even they start acting like a real gas?
No, yeah, they are
When-
real gases. So these all lines I'm showing you, these are real gases. But
Oh.
real gases also, what I'm telling, at high pressure, they are much far from the ideal behavior. This is ideal behavior line. Gap you have to observe here. Too much gap is there. If higher the gap, higher the deviation. Means they are not behaving as ideal. If you observe here at low pressure, gases lines are somewhat closer. I think this is better compared to that. At high pressure, gap is more. Means higher the deviation. This is the real gas line. Real gas. This is the ideal gas. Gap is more. It means there is much deviation of real gas from ideal gas behavior. Here, the gap is very less. At these conditions, it means at low pressure, even real gases also behaves like a ideal gas. Not 100%, somewhat closer to the ideal behavior. Okay. Now, the extent of deviation of real gas from ideal gas, we can easily study with the help of compressibility factor. Z, compressibility factor is Z. Formula is PV by nRT. PV by nRT.
Sir,
Tell me.
so compressibility factor is nothing but n times nRT
What n times?
or z times nRT. Like here, what we have got, sir, like
Here just
z
n is
is equal
normal
to
one, number of
PV by
moles of gas.
nRT. If
N
z
is
is
just
equal
number
to
of
1,
moles of
PV is
gas.
equal to nRT. Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Careful, listen.
Yes, that's what. If compressibility factor is equal to 1,
If Z
then
is equal
obviously
to 1,
PV is equal
gas is ideal gas. If Z not equal to 1, if Z not equal to 1, that is showing deviation from ideal behavior. If Z not is equal to 1, gas showing deviation from ideal behavior. So in this also again we have two conditions. If Z not equal to 1, here two conditions we have. The first condition is if Z greater than 1, then which type of deviation it shows. If Z value greater than 1, gas show positive deviation from ideal behavior.
Sir, so that
That is,
is
it's from downward to upward, sir.
Upward.
sir, so
Upward.
it is H
Down,
and HE, right?
Like H and HE, these are showing. Don't consider this because that is possible at high pressure only. At low pressure, they are showing negative deviation. H and HE we can take. If Z is, then why it is possible? Why we are getting Z value greater than 1 means, if the interaction between the gas molecules are very weak, suppose two gas molecules are coming closer, if the attractive forces between the gas molecule is very, very weak, those gases are showing positive deviation from ideal behavior. Okay. In case of helium molecule, hydrogen and hydrogen molecules, very weak force of attractions are there. That's what it is showing positive deviation. Okay. Now, if Z less than 1, it is showing negative deviation from ideal behavior.
It means that it's possible only in high pressures, sir.
Carefully listen. So you observe now in case of carbon monoxide and methane, here one more line is missing. I didn't go, that is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide also here, suppose this is the line. So in these cases, carbon dioxide, methane, and carbon monoxide, these are showing a negative deviation from ideal behavior at some particular pressure. Actually here 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 if we take. So up to we can observe 300 atmospheric pressure also. These are showing negative deviation from ideal behavior. What it is meaning? The gas is showing negative deviation from ideal behavior. It means the interaction between the gaseous molecule is very high. The attractive forces are very high. That's what we can easily liquefy carbon dioxide gas compared to hydrogen and helium. Is it true or not? Carbon dioxide we can liquefy very easily. We are calling dry ice. Because of this reason, it is
Yes,
showing
sir.
negative deviation from ideal behavior. Means it is Z value is less than 1. That means interaction between the carbon dioxide molecules are very strong. I mean, stronger interactions are there in between gaseous molecules of carbon dioxide. So easily it will become solidifies or liquefies, then it is solidified. Methane also same. Carbon monoxide also okay. But further increase of pressure, then what happens? Further increase of pressure, those gases also showing negative, positive deviation from ideal behavior. This is, reason. So to some extent, you can bring molecules closer, right? Suppose two molecules are very far apart. It's very easy to compress up to some extent. You brought very closer. Then is it possible further closing, further taking very closer? Already we discussed under chemical bonding. In between the atoms and molecules also interactions exist. At the same time, repulsions also exist between the species.
Yeah.
Only at equilibrium distance only a chemical bond is formed. If you try to bring very closer, repulsions are becomes more than attractive forces. That is the reason here. If you increase further pressure, means try to bring very closer, it's not possible. Then repulsions are becomes more. So it is showing positive deviation from ideal behavior. Okay, guys, here you have to understand what is the point. First one is what is ideal gas? The gas which follows PV is or gas which obeys PV is equal to nRT under the entire range of temperature and pressure. You take it at any temperature or any pressure, the gas should follow PV is equal to nRT. That is ideal gas. But this ideal gas is theoretically only, it is we can explain theoretically, but practically it is not possible. Now real gas is the gas which follows PV is equal to nRT. It follows PV is equal to nRT, but only at low pressure and high temperature. Only at low pressure and high temperature, gases follows PV is equal to nRT. Those gases we are calling real gases. After that, we are checking the extent of deviation of gas from ideal behavior with the help of we are calling this at constant temperature, no, isotherms. The extent of deviation of gas from ideal behavior we can study with the help of isotherms. These are isotherms. PV versus P graph. Ideal gas line is this, and normal real gases. Helium, hydrogen, methane, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide gases are lines those. These are showing much deviation from its ideal behavior. If you take only at low pressure, you can observe these lines are somewhat very closer to ideal gas line. Means gases at low pressure only they behave as somewhat ideal behavior. If you further increase the pressure, they are showing much deviation from ideal behavior. So the extent of deviation we are studying with the help of compressibility factor. Important this one. In board level also these points are asking. With the help of compressibility factor, we can study the extent of deviation of real gas from ideal behavior. Z is equal to PV by nRT. If PV, okay, if Z is equal to 1, that means if PV is equal to nRT, then Z value comes 1 obviously. Gas is ideal. If Z not equal to 1, maybe Z value is higher than 1 or lower than 1, those gases are showing deviation from ideal behavior. This is only if Z greater than 1 showing positive deviation, it means in between the molecules of a gas, very weak force of attractions are there. If Z less than 1, those gases are showing negative deviation from ideal behavior. In between these gases, very strong attractive forces are there. That's why we can easily liquefy these gases. Okay, further increase of pressure, all gases are showing positive deviation from ideal behavior only. Okay, so note down these points, and it's still there half of the concept. I will explain later. first write under this what is ideal gas. A gas which obeys the ideal gas equation the gas which obeys ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT, under all conditions of temperature and pressure. Is called an ideal gas. The concept of ideal gas is only the concept of ideal gas is only theoretical or hypothetical.
So,
Yes, tell me.
is there any gas which is very close to ideal gas property?
Yeah, we can observe, but not all conditions of temperature and pressure. At particular temperature and pressure
Sir,
only we can observe.
in the ideal gas, like
Hmm.
ideal gas is like in all temperatures and pressures concerned. So in that
Yeah.
particular, like where the
No gas. There is no gas even that is closer to ideal behavior.
sir, maybe for CO2 and all, the curve cuts the
No,
ideal
not
gas.
only those gases, all gas also give somewhat closer line. You can observe mostly in nitrogen. In case of nitrogen, somewhat better.
That's what, sir. It gives a cut in a point that I think we can consider at
Ah,
that time it is following.
at particular
Not
temperature and
very
pressure.
sure, but yes, I
Hmm.
am able to make it.
Entire range of present temperature not possible. Okay, now about real gas, right? Wait, this importance, very important for 1 mark in board level also asking definitions. The gases are found to obey the gases are found to obey the gas laws fairly the gas laws fairly well if the pressure is low or the temperature is high. So at low pressure or even at high temperature, gases behaves like ideal behavior. Those are called real gases. Such gases are called real gases. Example, all gases are real gases. Okay, after this small subheading, study of deviations. To study the deviations of real gases from ideal behavior, Boyle's law of isotherms are considered. At constant temperature, plots of PV versus P. Plot of PV versus P. Should be straight line. Should be straight line. Parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis. However, the real gases do not show such a behavior. As shown in figure.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, pressure is directly proportional to temperature, no, sir.
What?
Sir, we know that temperature is directly proportional to pressure, no, sir.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason why we are not able to maintain a constant temperature, and
We
that's
can.
why deviation is there.
No. Because of not temperature factor here. Because of we are considered two wrong assumptions in kinetic theory of gases. I will tell you what are those wrong assumptions. Right. From the plots, we observe that for gases like H2 and helium, PV increases continuously with increase of pressure. Whereas for gases like CO, CH4,
So
etc.
in the second line,
Hmm.
what is it? Boyle's law of
Boyle's law of isotherms.
okay.
Like CO, CH4, etc. PV first decreases with increase of pressure, and reaches minimum value and then increases continuously with increase of pressure. If we plot experimental value of pressure, values of pressure versus volume versus volume at constant temperature and theoretically calculated values from Boyle's law. The two curves do not coincide. Okay, now draw graphs. The PV here P. This is for ideal gas. Helium, hydrogen, carbon monoxide, methane. This PV graphs. Ideal gas. Is for real gas.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Yeah, tell
during
me.
autumn break, will we be having classes?
What?
During autumn break, these 10 days,
Huh.
will we be having regular classes?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm just asking because
Hmm.
in school they have suspended.
Okay, why?
Sir, regularly they suspend, sir, 10 days. It's regular actually. Our school every year they do that.
I mean, is there any school holidays?
Yes, sir. 10 days we have.
10 days.
They have
Okay.
told today. But they are going to load up with lot of homework, sir, this time.
Oh, yeah. Holidays is there, and that's what they give
On
homework.
the practical work they're going to give.
Hmm.
They'll give, sir. They'll give.
Hmm. Completed. Two graphs.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, how to compare deviations between two gases?
Just we are giving taking graphs only.
Sir, like if they give other gases, not these, which is
Yeah, those also gives, but lines comes differently. Not gives as it is. Sometimes goes like this, or sometimes coming like this. So all gases are showing deviation from ideal behavior.
Sir, please wait, don't rub. Just 2 minutes.
Completed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now write a point about a compressibility factor.
Sir, you didn't mention CO2, sir, in the graph.
No, no, next graph I will give. Same type of, we have another graph also. So this concept and graphs more useful for one. We have one more concept about liquefaction of gases. There it is more useful. From the plots, we observe that at high pressure, at high pressure, the observed volume is more than that the calculated volume. Calculated volume. At low pressure, the observed and the calculated volumes approaches each other. Approach each other. The extent to which a real gas deviates from ideal behavior can be conveniently studied in terms of a quantity Z, called the compressibility factor. Z is equal to PV by nRT. First point. For ideal gas, as PV is equal to nRT, then Z becomes 1. For a real gas, Yes, PV not equal to nRT. Hence, two cases rises. Case A. When Z less than 1, the gas is said to show negative deviation. Negative deviation. This implies that the gas is more compressible than expected from ideal behavior. The gas more compressible than expected from ideal behavior. In bracket example, carbon dioxide.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can a real gas have Z equal to sorry less than one and more than one?
Yeah, less than one or more than one only for real gases.
Sir, and I'm saying it can have both less than one and more than one.
No, it's not possible. But that is at different temperatures and pressures possible. Suppose if you see carbon dioxide, first it is showing negative deviation at particular temperature and pressure. This is ideal behavior. At particular temperature and pressure, here it is showing negative deviation. If you take changes the pressure, here it is showing again positive deviation. No changes. If your temperature pressure changes, that the deviation of magnitude of deviation also changes. Okay, then write continuation. So this is also attributed. To predominance of attractive forces. Predominance of attractive forces among the molecules of these gases. So this is about point A. Next point B means here case A, this is case B. When Z greater than 1, the gas is said to show positive deviation This implies that the gas is less compressible than the expected from ideal behavior. So this is attributed to the predominance of the strong repulsive forces among the molecules. You can now draw two graphs. So here pressure is a compressibility factor, Z. This is for Z is equal to an ideal gas. Helium, this is for hydrogen. This is for nitrogen. Methane, this line. Carbon dioxide. Pressure, here compressibility factor, same graph, but we are taking at different temperatures. (373 Kelvin). (223 Kelvin).
Sir,
Yes.
does Z have a trend?
Z have?
A trend in periodic table?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Say loudly.
Sir, does Z have a trend in periodic table?
No. No, it do not have any trend. In periodic table, no, we don't study about particular element. Here we are talking about the molecular. It is depend upon molecular interaction Z value.
So those interactions are
Hmm.
under what conditions, sir? Nuclear charge or
That's not molecular, overall molecular interaction, not atomic interaction. So here Z means don't think about atomic number. That's different. Here at compressibility factor is Z. Don't compare those. There Z is we are talking about atomic number. Here Z we are talking about compressibility factor. Okay, guys. Two graphs
Sir,
completed.
what is it, sir? Z equal to?
This is just a compressibility factor. We are showing
Hello.
compressibility factor with Z. But in structure of
Yes, the
atom,
compressibility factor
yeah,
is equal
their
to.
Z is just atomic number. So don't compare this and that.
Sir, like the board is blur now. That's why nothing is visible.
Well, guys, all of you have same problem.
no, sir, no.
Okay, maybe you have some network problem. Check. Okay, completed. Akshaya,
Yes, sir.
it's completed.
Yeah.
So this one line, this line is there. No, this is not as 323 Kelvin. I think here may be some confusion. This is 323 Kelvin. Okay, once observe here lines 223, 273, 323, 373. So with increase of temperature, the extent of deviation of real gases from ideal behavior is somewhat reduced. With increase of temperature, you can see this line at 323 Kelvin. So this is actually for nitrogen. These are lines, nitrogen gas. So somewhat nitrogen gas at this temperature 323 Kelvin from 1 atmosphere to until 100 atmosphere, the behavior of nitrogen gas is somewhat similar to ideal gas, but not 100%, somewhat similar to ideal gas, because this line is very closer to the ideal gas line. This is possible from 1 atmosphere to 100 atmosphere, but temperature is 323 Kelvin. So now listen, what is a boil temperature? See the temperature at which real gas behaves like ideal gas at appreciable pressure. It is called Boyle's temperature or Boyle's point. The temperature at which real gas behave like ideal gas at appreciable pressure, that's called Boyle's temperature. Very important definition this is. So note that one point. And here See, carbon dioxide gas and methane gas, these are showing a negative deviation from ideal behavior, even nitrogen also. But these gases, methane and carbon dioxide, showing very much negative deviation from ideal behavior. That's what we can easily liquefy these gases, carbon dioxide gas and methane gas, we can liquefy very easily compared to helium and hydrogen, and even compared to nitrogen also.
Sir, can you use a darker marker?
Yeah, it's dark. Don't have dark, only blue markers we have. Think maybe screen is too bright now.
No, sir, it's fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
Write this one point. The temperature increases temperature increases. The minimum is the curve shift upwards. Shift upwards. Ultimately, a temperature is reached at which the value of Z remains close to 1. Over an appreciable range of pressure. Range of pressure. Example, in case of nitrogen at 323 Kelvin, the value of Z remains close to 1. Remains close to 1. Up to nearly
So could you read out the first sentence?
which sentence?
The first sentence written.
The temperature increases, the minimum is the curve shift upwards. So now write the definition of Boyle's temperature. The temperature at which a real gas behave like an ideal gas over an appreciable pressure range is called Boyle's temperature or Boyle's point. Okay, small subheading here also. Significance of compressibility factor. Just we are defining what is Z here. So Z is equal to, PV by nRT. So here V is a real gas. If gas behave like ideal, we can write PV ideal is equal to nRT. So now instead of nRT, we will write PV ideal. Write that point. Z is equal to PV real divided by PV ideal. From this, we can define one point.
So it is the
Hmm.
temperature at which a real gas behaves like an ideal gas over appreciable
Over appreciable pressure.
pressure is called Boyle's temperature.
Boyle's temperature or Boyle's point.
Boyle's point. Okay, sir.
The compressibility factor is the ratio of actual molar volume of the gas actual molar volume of gas, that is experimentally observed volume. To the calculated molar volume. To the calculated molar volume. So calculated molar volume is here, considering it as an ideal gas. Ideal gas at the same temperature and pressure. Yes, completed.
Yeah.
Okay. So here just one page of concept is left. In that page, I will explain you why it is showing deviation. In Monday class, I will explain. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.